Dave Johan for the Boxing Voice. Pleased to be joined this time by Ted Cheeseman. How are you, Ted?
Yeah, all good, thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, good. Last time we saw you out in action, fantastic victory against Sam Eggington. Were you happy, completely happy with your performance? You got a UD win there?
Yeah, obviously, listen, the performance could have been better, but there was a lot of pressure on me, and I done what I needed to do to win, and now you'll see a whole new Ted Cheeseman in this fight.
I mean, it was one of those fights, wasn't it, where it was like, without sounding bad about it, it was like a do or die fight, wasn't it? For you, it was a fight that you had to win, wasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. If I never won that fight, my career would have been over, and now it's probably one fight away from looking at pushing for final eliminators for world titles. So it shows how one fight can change your career.
Absolutely fantastic. You both, James Metcalf ranked number 5 in the IBF. You're ranked number 8. And again, without putting too much pressure on it, it's another fight that you have to win, isn't it, to continue that journey forward?
Yeah, 100%. But obviously, look, when you get to my level, what I'm boxing at, all fights are hard. Do you get what I mean? And I've done hard fight after hard fight after hard fight. So now it's about getting this last hurdle out of the way with, obviously, after I've recovered from all my problems and everything, had my win against Sam. Now if I go and gain the British title back and win the Commonwealth, I then can look at pushing on for eliminators. If not, then sort of it's hard luck, but I just got to be confident, and I'm training really hard, really fit, and I'm looking forward to March the 6th.
Brilliant. And your fights are on a massive card as well, the anticipated rematch between Alexander Povetkin versus Dillian Whyte. You're no stranger to big cards. I mean, you fought in Eddie's back garden. It was fight number 1, wasn't it, in the garden?
Yeah.
What's it like in those kind of circumstances with no crowd there? Was it quite eerie?
Do you know what? I said this to a lot of people, and whereas in a small space, it didn't sort of seem like it was empty. You know what I mean? It seemed like with the camera team, the ambulance team, managers and stuff, it looks like still there was quite a lot of people. Obviously, if you're in a big arena and it's empty and there's all seats empty, like in a football stadium, then you'll realise it's empty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because normally you used to bring quite a crowd with you and stuff, aren't you? But no doubt you're going to be used to this kind of environment now when you take on James Metcalf. What do you know about James Metcalf? What have you studied about him?
He's 21-0. He hasn't fought that many great names, mostly journeymen, other than Damon Jones and Jason Wellborn. I think neither of them are nowhere near my level, sort of, and he's getting for his proper first proper test on March the 6th, and then we're going to see how good JJ Metcalf really is.
I mean, all roads on the IBF, they lead to Charlo, don't they?
Yeah.
And another sort of person who's up in the rankings at the moment is the Australian Tim Tszyu as well, who'll be fighting, I believe, on March the 31st. Very similar to record to yourself, 17 fights. You've had 18. In the sort of top mix, who would you like to mix it up with?
Listen, I'll tell you, and you can see on my record, I won't shy away from any fight, obviously, but all these fights now have to be calculated risk and rewards and on the right route to get them to where I want to be. And that's why I have to leave it all down to my manager. But listen, Tim Tszyu sounds a good name. Obviously, look, his dad was a good fighter, and it looked like he's obviously making waves. If that fight comes available and my team think it's right, obviously it'll happen. But just have to wait and see. Obviously, I've got to get past JJ Metcalf first. But I'm looking forward to it.
What kind of things have you been doing in lockdown to keep positive as well? Because it's been quite dreary, hasn't it, for everybody involved? The British public, the sports, the athletes, everyone.
Yeah, to be honest, while you're in training camp, you do sort of like a lockdown anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't really do much. All you can do is train, then you're relaxing, then you train again. Relaxing, you might go and have a bit of a socialise. But the socialising really is more wasting energy that you don't need to. So it just helps that you can't go places and socialise, if you know what I mean. So it just makes training camps really a lot easier.
Yeah. I mean, at least some people haven't had access to gyms and stuff, but the professional athletes have. So that's a big bonus, isn't it? To be fair.
Yeah, definitely. But obviously, look, we're fighting on TV and we're bringing entertainment for people. So obviously, we need to be able to access gyms, and everything's getting done in a safe way. And I think hopefully we're sort of near the finish line anyway now with all this COVID stuff. So hopefully by next week we'll know and have a map to the finish. So fingers crossed it's faster than we all think.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we're all waiting on that call when things can be back to normal.
Yeah.
Going on to the main event, which you'll be chief support on, Whyte versus Povetkin. How do you break that down? Because no doubt you'll be watching that as a fan as well, won't you?
Yeah. You know what? I think Dylan Whyte, when he hurts him, if he hurts him again this time, he's got to jump on him and get him out there, because Povetkin's a dangerous fighter. He's a world-class puncher. You know what I mean? You get different sort of punches. That some punches are hard punches, but like Povetkin only been beat by the really best, and anyone who ain't really the best, he knocks out. So I think if Dylan Whyte hurts him like he did last fight, he has to get him out there straight away as quick as possible. Otherwise, he's in for another hard night.
Yeah, everyone's going to be interested in this one. And just to summarise, then, what are we expecting with yourself and Metcalf when it goes down on March the 6th?
I don't know. I think just whatever I have to do, you'll see me adapt my style to the way I have to win, whether it's box, whether it's fight. I think no matter what, all my fights are entertaining. So it's going to be an entertaining fight.
Absolutely fantastic. Ted, thanks you from the Boxing Voice, and best of luck on March the 6th, and we'll be in touch. Cheers for that.
Yeah, no problem. Cheers, mate. I'll speak to you soon.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.